This is a progress update on our hunt for a flip. I'm Ron Polk, and this is the Smart Wood Shop. If you want to get a detailed set of plans to build a smart wood shop for yourself or one of the Polk Smart Benches, there's a link in the description of this video down below. In the past a few times, I've talked about how my wife and I have retired from construction, at least a portion where we have clients. We've done that for nearing 30 years. And it was just a time to move on to something else. I have the Smart Wood Shop, great tools, techniques, and skills built up over the years. I want to use them for ourselves. We would like to find a house that needs to be fixed up. We'd like to actually live in it, fix it up, make some videos along the way, showing you how we remodel it, the design from beginning to end, even the acquisition, how we shop for the properties, putting the Smart Wood Shop and the Polk Smart Benches to work to show you how they get used in the work environment in construction and remodeling. 2020 came along and we had this little pandemic thing and it put everything on hold. I spent a lot of time thinking about and working on the Polk Smart Benches. They actually came to pass, they came into existence because of the pandemic. I wasn't motivated prior to that to really updating the benches, sort of jettisoned all of the previous ideas and just looked at them with fresh eyes with the experience that I had with them and came up with a series, a system, much more systematic where everything works together. This is October, mid-October when I'm recording this video. And we started all the way back in the beginning of January, right after the new year. We're not only shopping for a place, but we're shopping for a city that we like and even in a new state. We absolutely love Washington and we may end up here. This is definitely on the list, but we were hoping to find a little more sunshine. We'd rather suffer with hot summers rather than wet and cold winters. You know, it's one of those things that we've had it, we've done it, we've been through it, and we may continue on. But we wanted to at least give it a look. So we looked at California and we really didn't find any opportunities. Prices there, as well as everywhere, have really escalated. I can't wrap my mind, my understanding around them. 600, 700, 800 range. I struggle to think they're worth 200. We are looking for something in the city, a small city, a large town. We want the restaurants, we want the grocery stores, the shopping, the people, the events, the things that go on. We have lived out, on property, had bigger lots, bigger homes, and we certainly enjoyed that, built some nice homes for ourselves over the years, but they've all been a little bit out and kind of car-centric, so you gotta get in your car anytime you wanna do anything. And my wife and I love to walk and we love to bike. And we want to live somewhere where we can walk to the grocery store or jump on our bikes and go to the grocery store and do our daily lives, go to the coffee shop, the restaurants, the cafes, and enjoy being around the people. We really aren't interested in that seclusion. Doesn't mean we won't end up back there, but that seems to be the kinds of properties that are in the highest demand, sort of in the city or in the edges of the city of these smaller cities. I'm going to say, in our experience, it's been cities that at most was around 200,000 population, but some of them down to about around 50,000. And then actually one of the cities on our bucket list is a city that we have built over 200 homes in and lived in for over 2 decades. And it's a city of only 18,000 people, beautiful place, really draws in retirement and property values there, houses that over the years, in areas of town that, we haven't even paid attention to. And again, they're getting, 5, 6, 7, even 800 for them at this time. So I see that house prices, and when I look at the numbers and the median, and it's all, well, it's 20%, really huge numbers. But in the areas we've looked, it seems like it's a lot more than 20%, and it's as high as double. Is the demand going to slacken a bit? Because really this is about supply and demand. Whatever interest rates are and how many ever building permits are coming online. There seems to be this idea that the urban areas over the decades have really gone up in price, and these suburbs and more, out a little further out from the city have not gone up as much. The demand's been in the city, and it's not really that they're all of a sudden jumping up. It's just that they are sort of catching up with the bigger cities, which are already way up there. You could rent and kind of wait this out, and we've considered that. That's certainly an option. But we'd also like to, find an opportunity, something that is, not in really good shape. We really would prefer it not have been taken care of at all. A nice neighborhood, but just that one where you look over there and the yard's all grown up and there's trees up against the house and hasn't been painted in 40 years and needs a new roof and there's moss growing on it and it's an old design, so the floor plan's terrible. That's exactly what we're looking for, and we would think that that would not be popular to those people that are moving into an area. We are also considering building a brand new house. Our personal desire is more of that sort of barn dominium. We'd like to have like a 2,000 foot or a little bit larger, I don't want to call it a shop, but a space that's like a really big garage with no posts, no walls, and a lot of nice light. Put the smart wood shop in it and do some of my woodworking. You could do our photographic studio stuff. My wife and I are really into photography, mostly outdoor and wildlife. When the weather's bad and the birds aren't around, we could do some creative stuff with our photography. So just sort of a creative space. Call it more of a wood studio than a wood shop or a creative studio. And it would be a garage. I'd put the truck and the trailer, and we're also planning on picking up one of those little camper vans. My wife and I are both fanatics about, we don't park outside. If we have a vehicle, we want it indoors. We don't like how it looks outside of our house. We just don't think of an automobile as a yard art. That's not the norm as well. That's just our preference. So we're kind of looking for that, but it does make the city lots harder because they tend to be a little bit smaller. We have an agent working for us in 3 different cities. We're also going to explore another state altogether, a state we have not been to. We have a few options right now. We have one that's sort of on the edge, and we're talking to the owner, and it's interesting to us. We know the property really well, and it would allow us the opportunity to build a brand new home. It would slow down my video production because I would have to start by designing the house, getting the permits, and then starting with the construction. So we're looking at about a 9-month from when we pull the trigger until we could move into it. But we've also thought that it would be advantageous for us personally to have a place to move into immediately, so we're not renting another place, and to live in it as we fix it up. The idea of a remodel, and then at some point, a year or 2 down the road, sell it and either do another one or in the meantime, find our lot and get that going while we have another place to live. That would be an advantage to us personally and also for our YouTube channel, because then we could do the renovation with YouTube, and at the same time, as we're starting to design our house, we could, bring you along with that as well. We are really anxious to, excited about putting the smart wood shop and the smart workbenches to work. And that's including my wife, because she does a lot of hands-on in construction as well. If you enjoyed this vlog style video, if you want me to do a few more and kind of bring you up on the logistics of what we're doing, then be sure to write down there, take a millisecond, give me a thumbs up. Also, if you don't want to miss a video, then be sure to subscribe and ring the bell so you won't miss any of our future videos. Thanks for hanging out with me here in the Smart Wood Shop. You stay safe and have a great day.